they got it, but let's buy some land and build a family. That's a grown-up flex. Let's see a black man winning and get so upset. This is generational, inspirational, integrative though. On the rise vertically, working like I ain't made it though. This is for my people. Locker room speeches. Listen while I'm teaching. Nails trying like a Kias. Stole it like I'm Jesus and brought it back like a re-up. Had to demonstrate the blessing for people who couldn't see it. Now we building assets before we splurge our cash. We was talking about the dream, dog. We heard y'all laugh. Now they talking about the team and I heard y'all last. I could never take the credit. I prefer all cash. Look.
What's going on, fam? This is Dr. J. Taylor Jacobs.
And Iggy.
And
Mogul.
And this right here is a Power Bank Society where we actually teach you real practical information on business, banking, finance, and all the cool stuff about growing your business on this platform. Matter of fact, we like to call it a pod class, not just a podcast. Because we want to give you applicable strategies that you can actually apply today to your business and see some type of result or change. And in this show format, we have what? Trends, we have topics, we have all different kind of cool trinkets and ways to teach you business while using the real world and what's going on around us. So, Mogul, what we got?
So we're going to go to our word of the day, which is propitious, which is an adjective meaning favorable. As the housing market grew stronger, they realized it was a propitious time for selling their home for a good profit.
It is, what's propitious mean again?
Favorable.
It will be propitious upon you to purchase the buy, build, sell, and repeat book that actually teaches you how to grow, sell, and buy companies for a profitable exit. Sell, buy, and grow, and then sell it. Or buy, sell, grow. It whichever you want to do. You can sell your company and then buy another one, or you can buy a company and then sell it later. Whatever.
Those who decide to get access to this book and those who watch this podcast consistently will probably see propitious results in their business.
Bro, the word, it's the words, man.
Let's jump right on in. So today we're going to be talking about the Samwar brothers. Because of the book that we are dropping soon, I thought this would be a good topic to learn about them because they do kind of what we do, or what we teach in a way. They do it a little differently.
It's crazy.
So what they do is they're in Germany and they literally copy the big names. So like eBay, they did a YouTube version. I think there's a Facebook one as well. And what those companies do is end up buying that little company out because they've done so much. They've made a big stamp out in Germany. So they continue to do that. Basically, not really. Well, sometimes they buy, but they usually just create it, repeat the whole thing, and then sell for millions and on millions. Right now, they're worth over $1 billion because they continue to do the same thing and continue to keep getting the bigger companies that they're copying to buy them out.
They exiting, bro.
Bro, this is what we teach, though. We teach this, right? I love it. It's building with an exit in mind. I'm building with a sell in mind.
Correct.
When I'm in business, people say, I want to leave a legacy for my children. What better legacy than cash, opportunities, and a bunch of relationships that your parents have built or that you built for your children because of, your ability to buy, build, and sell companies. That's perfect. Because what we got to know in these gangster streets of business is that the larger you get, the more the bigger competitors don't want you in their lane, and they'll do anything to get you out the game. So their way of execution is buying you out. So they knew that they wanted to expand in different territories. A lot of times these big companies don't want to do all the research and development to figure out if a product is going to work or not. So when you find something that you feel like a big company is missing out on, you build that something and get big enough to get their attention to say, hey, we built this for you. Come and buy it. Because guess what? The more you do that, the more they'll just keep buying you out every single time you build something for them. What you think about that?
Man, this just shows how many different ways there are and how many different strategies you can use to buy and sell companies, right? What we teach in this book is literally groundbreaking information for a lot of people. And once you understand the psychology of why you want to do that and how to execute on it, then you can maneuver in different ways. If it's taking and creating companies, because initially when they created the first one, which I believe was eBay, or a mimic of eBay, it was like ClickBay or something of the sorts. When they created it, they had hit eBay up because they wanted to lead the expansion in Germany. eBay didn't respond. So then they went and created a model of it.
What do you mean by lead the expansion? Explain that.
They wanted in as far as eBay wasn't in their market yet, and so they wanted to be the head of the division to expand and lead that into eBay into the German market, where into the market where they understood how business works and how the economy moved. They saw the opportunity for eBay to expand there, so they tried to reach out to eBay to connect with them based on, leading up that expansion. They didn't get any word back from eBay, or so the story goes, allegedly, or however. You feel me? But so they decided to just make their own version of it and release it into the German market. And I think within the first
100 days,
eBay bought them. And what was the exit? It was like 40 something million dollars that they exited based off just seeing an opportunity, executing on that and exiting, not being attached to the business per se itself, but creating the cash flow, creating the revenue that made them be able to exit. And like you said, some businesses, they don't want to do the research in the market. So for eBay, it's like, okay, we know eBay can work in this market because they have proven the concept, and we would have spent $100 million on going over here, expanding it into this market, finding people to test it, finding how to deliver the product. But we can spend, they already proved it, we can spend $40-something million and just run everything we have through the infrastructure they've already created, just rebrand and doing what it is that we do. That is strategy that it comes with buying, building, and selling. You gotta the buying aspect. This is what we teach, and this is what a lot of us not privy to. Just the concept of that, but building is a big part of that as well. Having the skill sets to be able to maneuver in the business to help the business grow, so that you can have that exit to sell and then rinse and repeat. So I love it too, Doc. I love it too. That's proof right there, right? First 100 days, bro. Now, $40-something million exit. They rinse and repeat it.
Now, let me ask you this question. First and foremost, here's what y'all got to understand. When you steal a big company's thing to try to recreate it on your own, they will squash you.
Yes.
But when they know that you're building it to be an ally with them, they will give you the funding and then let you still lead. I guarantee you that they're probably still leading the Germany space, or the team, or getting paid to be a consultant to as well. These are the things you got to understand. Sometimes your value add, if you're not really that creative like us, all of the tech companies that we own, we already know who we want to sell it to, except for one. The rest of them, we already know who we want to acquire us. So when you know who you want to acquire you build it to where it is structured almost like what they would structure it like. So when they buy it, it's an easier transition. Now, let me ask you a question, Iggy. Mm-hmm. Do you think their family cares more about being an owner of an eBay knockoff, or owning the corporation that continues to buy and sell companies?
Oh, they absolutely care more about the corporation to buy and sell companies, because they took that eBay and then they went and duplicated that same exact process and sold to another company. And each time they sold, the money the exit price was bigger and bigger. I think it maybe doubled or tripled from their first exit, and they had a pretty big first exit. So I guarantee you that their company, their family cares more about the corporation than they do the actual businesses that they are starting and selling. Because with the cash flow, with the money they're receiving for, they can literally buy or do or recreate in whatever industry. If they got a passion project that they want to do and have that, they can absolutely do that, because they have the cash liquid, and not only that, they now have the relationships and resources with these larger companies to be able to partner deals for they passion project if they want to go that route. So absolutely. Absolutely.
All I gotta
care
say
more about the
is
corporation.
kudos. Good for you.
Yep. Shout out to y'all. Billionaire
thing.
brothers.
That's what we do.
I follow their daily deal, which is like their Groupon.
Mm-hmm.
I followed them on Twitter. I had never knew that these are the people that owned them. They got sold to Google back in 2011.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. But while we're on that,
Buy, bill, sell, repeat.
going straight to
Pie bill, sell, repeat, dog. Facts.
we're gonna go into straight facts.
Okay.
The Volkswagen Group owns Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Ducati, and Porsche, amongst others. So, whenever you think of that little that Beetle, you own a little bit of Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Ducati, and Porsche. This is another example of buy, build, sell, and repeat, because they're not the most luxurious thing in the world, but they bought into all these other companies in order to still be able to make more money. Because you don't really hear people saying, "Oh, I want to get that Volkswagen," but you do hear them saying they want to get all these other cars that I just named, and they own portions of all of them. And that's another way that we show people how to do that as well, right?
Yeah, I think it's bro, these are such great analogies.
Yes.
To understanding that Volkswagen is already too far behind to be considered luxury by any standard. So versus trying to fight that curve, they say, how can I buy into or buy out these luxury brands? And now they already own that space. Now I own the brand that owns that space. Therefore, we're luxury. So it makes sense.
Buy, bill, sell, repeat.
Hey, look, buy, build, sell, repeat. These are good ones.
These are great.
And now we're going to go into one of our favorite portions of the day, which is the business analysis of the day. I'm going to let Dr. Jake do what he does.
Listen, my only business analysis of the day is the fact to tell y'all
I got a book coming out.
we got a book coming out.
Dr. Jake got a book coming out.
Listen, Iggy got a book coming out.
Dr. Jake got a book coming out.
You got a book coming out.
No, you got a book coming out.
Hey, listen, you got a book coming out.
No, you got a book coming out.
Well,
we got a book coming out.
we got a book coming out. So what's the book about?
So listen.
Hold on, wait. That ain't that. Your copy is somewhere over there. That's my copy. That's my copy. Yours is underneath your bag right there. Give me my copy. Give it here, dog. Give it here, dog. Hand it over. Get your own copy. Get your own copy. Get your own copy. Tell them what the book's about, why they should know it, and then, what we're doing, what we're doing for the launch of the book.
Dr. Jake and I wrote a book.
We did.
This is it, right? This is my.
It's not called This Is It, by the way.
No, it's not. This is not it. We are not Michael Jackson.
There you go. I'm about to say, let me be clear, Lord.
Nah, this is not it.
I got more in me.
This is the book that I was referring to. Buy, build, sell, repeat, right? This is a guide to buying and selling your business for maximum profit.
Yeah.
Understanding that how to structure your business, right? How to make sure your business is efficient when it comes to the finance, when it comes to the operations, when it comes to the management aspect of your business. Understanding what your suitability score is, being able to position your business to sell, how to price your business so you can understand what multiple you should expect on the exit, meaning like how many times your revenue or your profit you should expect to receive on your business, where to go and shop your business, and how to go through that process, right? And this is based on what we have actually done.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all know we don't teach nothing unless we can base it on experience and something we've actually done in the marketplace, no matter what it is that we've done. And this book right here is to absolutely bring the idea of buying, building, and selling businesses. You notice the title; it may bring some relevance or remind you a little bit of real estate: buying, building, selling, repeat. Literally showing you how to take those same concepts, some of the similar strategies, and apply that to buying and selling companies, because we don't have to start them from scratch all the time, right? right? You can buy into a business same way we were talking about these business, these examples in our hot topics today. You understand already that the possibilities of what you can get buying, selling companies, and not be so attached to the actual business, but that's actually providing, but knowing you can exit, and your family cares more about the corporation and being able to manage and be able to have that cash flow, that revenue to execute on what it is they really want to do. Dr. Jake talks about all the time, your kids don't want your business. They don't want your business, right? It may be some of you that, you know, your kids, you raise them up in it and they take over the business just to make you happy, but they're not going to be happy. They don't want it.
Yeah, I'll put it to you. I'll put it to you in this aspect, right? Let's not even go business. Let's be more practical. Mm-hmm. How many people are actually doing the same thing that your parents did before you?
Correct.
And then some of you all may be like, well, I started off doing that, then I kind of found my own thing. Well, the question still remains, how many people are actually still doing the job that their parents did before them? In most cases, even if they did the job, they're working on something else. They're working on something new. They're working on something. They're trying to figure out what they want. And eventually you end up just picking what you want to do.
Correct.
So when we talk about it in those terms and kind of get some understanding and some clarity amongst that, what we got to realize is your children need options. And so do you. You need options. A lot of us found a thing. We started making money in the thing. And then you start thinking that the thing made you. And that's not true. There's many different opportunities that you have. And I'm here to tell you right now, the same way I projected kind of what was going to happen in the market. I didn't know what was going to go on, but I projected that everything is not going to be sunshining and the market is going to hit hard and it's going to hit harder and harder because of how long we've been in a bull run. But let me tell you this, and I'm going to be clear with you. The largest wealth transfer in American history is happening. And it's not happening from extremely rich people to advisors and investment opportunities. It's happening in your small business in America. 99% of business and jobs are created from small businesses.
Small business is the backbone of America.
Small businesses are the backbone of America. And when you think about that, many baby boomers actually started that moniker, telling everybody, I'm building this for my children. Now, baby boomers are getting older and starting to realize that their children don't want their business. So now they got to figure out a way to liquidate their business or figure out a way for retirement because they don't want to be in that business forever or they don't know what to do with it after. I'll give you many different examples. My grandfather actually sold his locations to Jackson Hewitt. So I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that Jackson Hewitt was in all of the locations that my grandfather used to be in. And he told me that, hey, you know, not doing it anymore like that. I got a nice check to stop. And that's all he kind of said. He never explained to me building it and selling it. Mm-hmm. And even thinking about that now, that actually just came to mind.
I was about to say, wow.
Yeah.
Experiencing that at such an early age.
Yes. But I didn't know. I didn't know what it was, dog. Like, I didn't know. He just said, hey, I'm done it. But he ran through that money so fast. Yeah, probably had a different type of life. All right. So, but on the contrary, my mother's ex-husband, extremely well-to-do business owner. He owned at one point multiple locations as a barber. But what most barbers think that you're gonna be popping forever, and most of your crowd comes from the youth. And then they end up finding their next best barber that they go to. And then you keep like the older ones, that kind of stick around. So at one point in time, he had 3 locations. If he knew what he was doing, he would have sold while he was hot.
Right.
But now he's dealing with a business that's winding down when he used to be one of the most prominent names in Dallas, specifically DeSoto. Mm-hmm. I said that to say because his parents had a business where they were doing $500,000 to $1 million a year, making discs for like a manufacturing company. Mm-hmm. And when it was popping, things were hot, but they wanted to keep the majority of the money. They didn't hire, a lot of staff. They kept it like internal cousins kind of helping out. Mm-hmm. And what happened was when their business got older, they thought that my ex-stepdad would take over the business. Well, guess what? He doesn't want the business. And so what do they do with the company that was making $500,000 to $1 million? They wind it down. They auction off all of the equipment, not knowing that they could have sold the contracts. They could have sold their minority status. They could have sold the equipment, and they could have had a multi-million-dollar exit. But now they're living on Social Security, the last little back bit of retirement that they may have had. And, you know, of course, their son, my ex-stepdad, who's helping maintain the business when they should have exited. That's one of the reasons why we created this book. Correct. To let people know that you may have a business that you want to actually do. And this business that you're running makes you good money, but you don't want to stop that thing and start over to go to something else. So what do we typically do? We either wind it down or we become bitter in the place that we're in. You can sell your business for whatever it is. That'll give you the head start you need to actually start the new endeavor, or invest into. There's all different types of stuff. But in short, that's what this book is about: buying, building, selling. Go back to Iggy.
So when it comes to getting access to the digital copy of this book, right? What you want to do is you can go to buybuildsellrepeat.com. You can register for the 4-day live business master series that Dr. Jake and I are teaching, where we'll be going into depth about the context of this book, explaining more in detail, and you'll be able to get that digital copy absolutely free with the purchase to that. Again, that's buybuildsellrepeat.com. Dr. Jake, if you will put that in the chat for us. You guys just click the link, go to it. Right now, the price is $187, right? When this live is over with, the price will increase to $297. Right, when this live is over with, the price will increase to $297. So if you watch this live, right, know that the price is $187 right now. All right, if you're watching a replay, know that the price has increased to $297. Right, but you're gonna get access to the 4 days, and it may be more than 4 days, just depending on how much we have to go into depth and how many examples we have to bring to make sure that you guys have an understanding. Because if we're gonna teach, we want to make sure that we bring some type of understanding to you so that you can be in a position to execute on what it is that's inside of the Buy, Build, Sell, Repeat book. So again, buybuildsellrepeat.com. Go ahead and get access. Get your ticket to the 4-day live event where Dr. Jake and myself will be teaching all the concepts and strategies that we wrote about inside of this book, so that you can go out and execute. And you can do that now because by the end of this live, I'm over here. You see, I got my laptop. That price can change at any time.
Yeah. So what about for the people that's not watching it live, that's probably watching the replay? What bundle do we have coming up?
For those with that price increase, that the bundle, will you actually be able to get access to the digital copy, as well as the 4 days live. Plus, you will be first access to the audiobook version, as well as the actual hard back, right? The actual physical copy of that book. So that price will increase to $297, but you will also get access to the physical copy, the audio version, and the digital copy. The digital copy will come immediately. The audio book version is like, what would we say, like 88.5, 90% complete. And then from there, it'll be emailed out for you guys to be able to get access to that, as well as you'll be in position to receive the physical copy directly to the address that you guys implement. So once that update is made, I'll let you guys know. If you guys want to go ahead and get access now for $187, go ahead and do that. If you want to wait around to the end, I'll make that update live so that you guys can go ahead and make that purchase then. So either or whatever you guys want to do.
And so for clarity, they get the audio book, they get the digital copy, they get the physical copy. Y'all see this? Always good quality books now. And they get the a ticket to the 4-day masterclass to watch to train live with us for 4 days on how to buy, build, and sell a company with zero to no money out of their pocket.
Correct.
What a time to be alive.
That's a doozy.
What a time.
Somebody just took action.
All right. Go ahead, Mowgli.
All right, so we're gonna go into one of Iggy's favorites, which is Smash or Pass.
Smitty Smash or Pass.
Smash or Pass as a new investor. We do a lot of investing and acquiring of tech companies, fintech and business tech. But what do you guys feel about investing in healthcare or med tech?
Me first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not right now. For us, I would pass for us, just simply because, I would pass for us just simply because that's not our lane and space right now. After we sell our portfolio of business solution technologies, of course, I'd be interested to figure out what emerging industries with tech will make industries a lot more efficient. But right now, our audience are startup business owners, mid business owners that may be close to retiring. And so our space is the technologies that we own caters to our audience and demographic right now where our brand stands. So financial wise, it makes sense. But based on our portfolio focus right now and what our fund focus is, it's absolutely just going to be, business software, business and finance software. And then after we decide to either take a couple of companies public or take the portfolio public or sell it all, then I think that we can kind of decide what industry do we want to tackle next. But Iggy may have a difference in his thinking.
No, I agree with you for us and for what our goals are, for what our company mission is, or the way we're looking to impact the market. Absolutely. From a general perspective, as far as the niches or the industries, I would actually say Smash. It would be a pass for us professionally, personally.
Yes,
but for the industries, health and medical tech,
yes,
absolutely, because yes, you're going to see the need for it grow. There's a lot of research and development already going on. So if you are able to get into space and help build, you can definitely set yourself up for a nice size exit just based on the demand in that marketplace. So if you're already into the healthcare business, you're already into the medical business in some way, shape, or form, and you are thinking about ways to expand, and you have some opportunity to purchase technology or companies inside that industry, I would absolutely smash on that. For us, it's a pass just because it doesn't fit, what it is we're looking to do strategically.
Yeah, if you're in that space and the elements and areas of inefficiencies, see that's also the big thing about acquiring companies, right? Or even getting into any space, whether it's tech or hands-on service consulting, whatever products you're offering or a service. If you don't know the industry, you're going to be behind the curve. So when you want to get introduced to another industry or maybe tackle another industry, this is what a lot of the businesses that are, billionaires, if you study them, this is what they do. They typically start learning about the industry half a decade to a decade prior to them actually getting in the industry.
Correct.
So if they sell a business or they sell an asset or they acquire one or they go public or they do a raise, they're in the research and development phase before they actually get into that space. So they probably already spent $1 million, $250,000, $500,000 to $1 million just on gaining as much knowledge as they can to decide if they want to get into that space and cut cost and be risk their capital to get into a space for it to work or for it to not work. And so a lot of us get into different industries, and I would say I used to do this a lot, just off the spear wheel, like, hey, I'm gonna get it done. So I can learn anything. But if you really understand business, you'll understand that the education has to happen first. And then as you transitioning out, that's why selling your portfolios, selling your companies, why it makes sense. Because you may be in an industry that it's hard to make $1 million.
Right.
But you want to get into an emergency industry, which makes it a little bit easier to make $1 million. But selling your company will give you the time, freedom, and financial capability to invest into an opportunity so that you don't have to start from scratch. That's kind of the theory and theology of that.
Nice. Now we're going to get into one of my favorites, which is back end fails.
Oh, goodness.
So today's back end fail, A man received 70 years for spitting. So police were called on a 36-year-old man as he was accused of domestic violence. When the officers were putting him in the cruiser after, cuffing him up, he began to spit on them over and over and over again until he reached the precinct. He was just sentenced to 70 years with the charges of assaulting an officer of the law. With just the domestic violence charges alone, he would have had no less than 25 years. But he just had to spit real bad, or whatever Miami says.
You irritate me.
You irritate him.
I saw a little piece of this story, and this is a big fail in my opinion for this fella. He was already dealing with the domestic abuse or violent situation that the police were called on him for. Then he was kicking on the door so that he could have been facing damage to government property. Then he was spitting at the officers when they came and opened the door, and was spitting at them all the way to the jail. But when he was walking in, going into court, he had a nice, some khakis on, a blazer. He was real calm, cool, collected, had no issues. I ain't seen no spit coming out his mouth, look extra dry. Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I think that he probably knew he was going to get that 25, and his anger,
said, forget it,
and his emotion just like let's go and turn it up. And when he came to his senses in that cell, he showed up in court. They don't forget what you done. Now, this is a great prime example of business. Don't be so rash in making decisions and buying a company or selling a company before getting your suitability score. Because this is what happens. If you move too fast, it will be if you move too fast, consequences come get your.
What's a suitability score, Doc?
Suitability score is a proprietary audit that we created to be able to determine the actual value or lack of better words, quality of a company. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people think just finances and revenue, that's enough. Mm-hmm. And when you're looking at a total health of a company, it's your health score for your company. And that suitability score is what we use, that we created ourselves from looking at businesses, from observing businesses, from helping our customers and our clients. It's a testing audit that allows for us to see the true health of the business based on its departments, and a metric system that we use to be able to help them get back healthy so they can be able to know when they're ready to acquire a company and when they were ready to sell a company. So that suitability score is very important.
Absolutely. What we got, Mogul?
So now it's going to be the what would you do? Mm-hmm. But I kind of changed the question up a little bit, so I'm going to go with Iggy first. What would the Iggy today tell the Iggy 10 years ago?
What would the Iggy today tell the Iggy 10 years ago? That's Iggy 23, 24. The stuff that you cared about and the stuff that you stressing about right now at the age of 23, based on where it is that you say you want to go, ain't got nothing to do with it. Focus more on the development of yourself, and care less about the things that appear to be failures. You got time, you have opportunity, and as long as you're consistent, you're gonna be all right. But you a lot of stuff that you're stressing about, ain't no need to stress about that type of stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with where you're going and what God has in store for you.
Nice. And then Jake, the same question is, what would Jake today tell Jake 10 years ago?
Jake today would tell Jake of 10 years ago, follow your gut. It's right. Stay on target. And every mistake or failure that you thought you had was actually a training ground and a trampoline for your next level. Mm-hmm. So don't sulk about it. Don't feel like you're less than. It is a lesson that you had to learn that will prepare you for your next space and your next evolution in time. So stick with that. Trust your gut and know that every big failure, find the lessons out of that, because that's what you're going to be known for in the next phase that you're going in.
That's good. I like that. If you run into the 10 years ago, me, tell him the same thing too.
You want me to tell him the same
Yeah,
thing?
tell him too.
Okay, you want me to tell him that? Yeah. And that's real, bro. Every single L that I thought I was taking, and I thought that like it was the end. You feel me? It ended up being the very thing I needed and the very preparation I needed for the next phase. Mm-hmm. And now that I know that, and now that I recognize that, it makes me like almost cringe that I ever allowed anyone to make me feel less than, when my failures are some people's dreams of success. See, that's what I had to come to grips with. The things that I failed the most at are the things that most people dream that they would just experience one time. And in understanding that, and where, you told God that you wanted to go, where I told God I wanted to go, be careful what you ask God for, because he's going to give you the training for it, not the thing that you want. Yeah. You want to be a king, he's going to give you the training
Of kingship.
But you got to earn the crown.
Yeah, because the king lead a kingdom. And if you don't have kingship, you can't lead a kingdom. And that's a lot to ask. That's a lot to ask.
It's a lot to ask.
So check this out. Mocha, what else we got?
That's it for today.
So check this out. I told y'all at the end, go to 4. I told y'all at the end that I would make sure that I let you guys know when the price will increase. So what's going to happen is the price is going to increase, huh? No, I haven't yet. I'm gonna give them the last little bit of opportunity. Anybody, any last little bit, but I am gonna update it before we get off this live for sure. You buy BillSaleRepeat.com. The price is still $187, and with that you get a copy of the Buy, Bill, Sell, Repeat, a digital copy of the book, absolutely free, included with your ticket purchase to the 4-day live event, where we'll be going into detail, teaching you exactly what these concepts are, strategies to implement them, helping you understand where you currently are, and giving you context on that so that you can build upon that and be able to execute. All right, so you get access to the 4-day live event and a free copy, digital copy of the book. Right. Once the price goes up to $297, you get access to the digital copy. You get access to the 4-day live event. Plus, you get access to the audiobook version, as well as a physical copy of that as well, to be sent out to you to your address. So either one you want to do, I'm gonna give you guys. Just give them 5 minutes, Smoga. If you want to pull up go to Google. Go to Google and then pull up a 5 minute timer. Just go to Google and search timer. And I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to go ahead and take action to get it at the 187 price if you would like that. Again, if you want to wait until the update so you can get access to the bundle with the audio book, the physical copy, as well as the digital copy that is included with the tickets, you can absolutely do that. But I just want to make sure that you guys understand what's going to happen, what's going to be going on when it comes to what's going on at the event, going on for this 4 days. Go to one on the other camera. And Dr. Jake, I'll just talk a little bit about some of the things that you're going to go into about while the timer's going.
Go into with the masterclass?
Yeah, just some of the things you're going to talk about inside the masterclass so they know kind of what to expect, the people that are making a decision to buy right now.
I'll tell them right now what I'll be going over the masterclass. The main purpose of the masterclass, I'm going to just look at my notes to tell you what's going on. The main purpose of the masterclass is to teach you how to buy and sell companies with little to no money. And so the blueprint for the 4-day training program is going to be day 1. I'm going to be introducing the concept of buying and selling companies with little to no money. We'll be analyzing risks and rewards of this type of investing, identifying opportunities to buy businesses with little to no money down, understanding the concepts of leverage and creative financing. Day 2, we'll be talking about the techniques of buying these businesses with no money down and how to use options and lease options to acquire these businesses, how to identify utilizing strategic partners and investors, all types of cool stuff, understanding the importance of seller finance. And then day 3, we'll be talking about strategies for building value in acquired businesses, understanding the importance of due diligence, how to identify profitable businesses, developing and implementing strategies to increase revenue and profits, understanding how to manage and minimize risk in the acquired businesses. Day 4, which is the last day, we're going to be talking about strategies for selling the business for maximum profit, how to identify the right time to sell a business, understanding the valuation process and how to maximize the value, identifying potential buyers and structuring deals to meet their needs, and understanding the legal and tax implications of selling a business. So it's 4 days fully straight to the point, around an hour and a half to 3 hours per day, really giving them the guts and glory about it. And then for those that want to go to the next level, for those that complete the masterclass, will be allowed to invest with us in these opportunities that we have to acquire, buy, build, and sell these companies, which will allow for them to actually learn it as they're actually learning it. Hands-on type of process.
Gotcha. So you guys got about 2 minutes for the price increases. And like Dr. Jake just explained to you, the full rundown of what we will be teaching. And for those of you who've never been in a training with Dr. Jake or myself, we make sure that we bring context so that you can have understanding. It is an engaging training class. It's not just us lecturing and teaching. We're making sure that you understand, give you guys the opportunity to give feedback in the midst of the teaching, to make sure that it is sinking in and so that you can go and execute. Because there's no point in us teaching it if you're not confident enough to at least start taking the next steps to go out and try to execute on your own, or to take the next steps to get help to be able to execute on that. And we'll be talking about what that looks like inside of the a 4-day live training. So just about a minute left before the update is made. You guys go ahead again. That's buybuildsellrepeat.com. Go ahead and take action if you want to get access to the 4-day live training and get your digital copy of Buy, Build, Sell, Repeat, the book from Dr. Jake and myself, where we teach you how to buy and sell your business for maximum profit.
Yep. It's going to be good. Now, there are some people inside the Power Bank Society that will get access to the digital copy because they're already investors with us.
Correct.
And to be able to participate. However, the book is not inclusive. So if you want to get it for somebody that you know, you want to get it for yourself as a souvenir, those are things I want you to kind of think about, because you're going to want to have this book. Y'all, this is probably one of the best well-written books I ever had. I mean, Iggy probably was going to say the same because this is his first book. So
absolutely, this is the best book I've ever written.
Yeah, this is the best book. Bro, you're actually starting on point. What'd you say, Amir?
Time's out.
Yep,
time's out. Moga said times is out. Time is out. All right, y'all, time's up. And so what that simply means is that the price has changed, right? Is that what that means? Now it's only the bundle. He's working on it, so y'all still got a little time. So if you only had the opportunity to get the ebook version and the masterclass, in the master business series of buying and building and selling a company with little to no money, of course you can go and take care of that right now. But if you want the bundle now with the physical copy book, the digital version, the audio version, and a ticket to our master business class business series on buying a company with zero to no money down, this is your time to do that soon.
Yes, it's updated. Price is updated, $297. You can go and access that bundle. So once the audio book version is complete, you guys will get an email with that. This gets you on the list for that to get access to that. Being able to go purchase right now, you can go ahead and do that. This what will happen is you guys will actually purchasing the bundle. It will give you access to create a membership account. And then in that membership account, you'll get notification to log in, and you'll be able to listen to the audiobook right inside of there. And you'll get access to download the digital copy, as well as let you know when your physical copies have been shipped out. So you guys can go ahead and make that purchase now. $297 will get you access to it. Be on the lookout for the follow-up emails that will give you access to everything. Make sure that as soon as you make the purchase, you go and you check your email. Make sure you go and you check your email. And open the email, read through it, and stay connected to your email over the next couple of hours so that you can get access to the membership. If you're watching this in replay, then you're gonna just make sure you check your email, and you should have access to the membership area where you can go in and download and starting to look for where you can go to log in to listen to the audiobook. So you guys will have first access to that right on our platform to be able to listen to it, be able to get access to download the digital copy, and to be able to get updates on when your physical copy has been sent. Also inside of the membership area, there will be a place for you to update and your shipping information, so we can make sure that we ship the book, because I know like the information that you put in your billing may be different from your actual shipping address. So there will be a place for you to update that so that we can make sure that we ship that out to the right place. So with that being said, I don't have anything else, Doc. If you got anything, or Mogul, you got anything? You good to go?
What I do want to say is, guys, thank you for all the people that have subscribed, sending this podcast out to the people that you love, people that you know need the information. Once we get to 10,000 subscribers, we will be doing something special for you guys. We'll be doing basically a free, quick audit for about 5 people live on the show. So get your business plans and get your business together, be able to submit that. But like I said, once you get to 10,000 subscribers, we will be preparing for that show, that special show for you guys. And
Thank you.
And again, we want to say thank you for being here. But we are headed out. Make sure you go to the buybuildsellrepeat.com. Get your access to the tickets to the live show, as well as your digital copy and potentially your audio copy and your physical copy. Well, this is the Private Banker Society, and we're out.
Let's buy some land and build a family, that's a grown-up flex. And see a black man winning and get so upset. This is generational, inspirational, integrative though. On the rise vertically, working like I ain't made it though. This is for my people, locker room speeches. Listen while I'm teaching now.